Across the country, communities are crisscrossed by thousands of miles of abandoned rail tracks, but many cities are now putting that unused infrastructure to use in unexpected ways. Michael George looks at the new trend of linear rail parks.
These railroad tracks in Queens have sat unused for more than 60 years. It's an eyesore for neighbors like Sophia Monge. But now this abandoned relic is getting a makeover.
I think it's fantastic. Finally. I've been following it on social media for years.
It's called the Queensway, transforming old rail tracks into a 3.5-mile walkable park. Carter Strickland heads up the project for the Trust for Public Land.
Linear parks, we find, are very attractive to people. It's a way for folks to get outside, outdoors, reconnect with nature.
Drawing inspiration from Manhattan's famous High Line, created from unused elevated freight tracks, cities across the country are turning old rail lines into linear parks. Projects are underway in Seattle, D.C., Chicago, and Philadelphia.
The biggest challenge for projects like these is money. The Queensway project recently earned $35 million in city funding, but some residents wanted to use that money to turn these tracks into a functional subway line.
DC's 11th Street Bridge Park is lowering the cost by incorporating old infrastructure into the new design.
The piers and the pilings are in good shape. We've saved those, which saves tens of millions of dollars and saves us lots of time and energy from environmental review.
But the biggest selling point is creating valuable green space in urban areas that badly need it.
Mainly for the people of Queens, and it's going to be a connecting area between communities, whereas now it's separating communities because it's just dead space.
Railroads now linking communities in a whole new way. Michael George, CBS News, Forest Hills, New York.
Chicago and Philadelphia's parks are already open, and the Queensway and D.C. projects aim to break ground next year. Well, still ahead at noon this year, we're going to help you make sure your turkey is buttery rich and packed with flavor in every slice.